don't like to push myself to run fast, but I'll get where I'm trying to go eventually. Okay, the time has come to try to PR my half marathon. My current PR for the half marathon is 2:35, I think, roughly, from 26. We were living in 2016, maybe. So it's almost a 10-year-old PR. Had 3 kids since then, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. I really like the themes for the Disney Princess Half Marathon. They're good. They're so good. All 4 princesses are like my favorites. I could not have asked for a better lineup. Therefore, the goal is to do it. The goal is also to have proof of time, which if you are a Run Disney person, the proof of time that you need is a 2:30 or better for the half. I think it's attainable. I think it's something that I can do. I just need to actually do it. You know, I am a vibes runner, not a go try really hard and be in pain runner. I can do distance. I like ultras because I don't like to push myself to run fast, but I'll get where I'm trying to go eventually. So I just go for further distances rather than faster. But the time has come to buckle down and actually try to PR the half. Right now, my goal race I am looking at is the Tacoma Narrows Half Marathon, which is in 11 weeks and 1 day or 2 days. I don't know if it's a Saturday or a Sunday race. It is a chip-timed race. It's 30 minutes up the road. Easy peasy. I've got friends doing it. There are a couple big hills, but not as bad as my last half marathon. For those that have maybe been around a little longer, I tried to PR my half and get a proof of time back in April. Yep, April. So like a month and a half ago, and it was awful. It was so bad. I wildly underestimated the elevation profile of the half marathon I was doing, and the road camber that went along with it. And so my hip was screaming, I'm just done by mile 3. So missed the goal by like 15 minutes or something. That said, this one is a little bit more level for the most part with a couple big hills thrown in. Yeah, I think it's doable. I am going to be starting off with the Hal Higdon Intermediate 2 plan. The other nice thing, we're gonna look at my dates in here, guys. Hold that thought. The other nice thing is that the race it is on a Saturday, so it's in 11 weeks and 1 day. So this was officially week 1 of training, despite the fact that I didn't follow the plan at all. I'm gonna have to bump things around a little bit, I'm realizing. Anyway, the half marathon, 2 weeks. I don't know why that was so hard. 2 weeks before I start dopey training. And again, I'm going to be using the Hal Higdon plan for dopey, which is not as long as the Galloway plan, which a lot of people use. So it's not as many weeks. And for me, I like it better. But it does start in September with a 14 or 13 mile long run for your training runs. So it starts off after Labor Day, which is many fewer weeks than Galloway plan, but it does start a lot more intense. I think Galloway starts with like 3 miles or something like that for your first weekend, and it works you up. So it's basically the same thing as what I'm going to be doing. But yeah, we're going to try it. We're going to try it. We're going to shoot for a PR in half on August 23rd, Tacoma Narrows Half Marathon. Yay. And it does meet, I looked up when the proof of time is due by, and it's sometime in September for Princess. And so that gives me a little breathing room, and I will have it in time for the deadline. So yeah, there's that. Training update, I guess. I ran 3 miles on Monday and Tuesday. I did not run on Wednesday because Wednesday my husband came home from deployment, and that was exciting. And I didn't sleep at all the night before. And then we had to get up at 5 o'clock and drive 3 hours to come over here. And then the next day yesterday we were just hanging out, living life. I did go for a long walk. We're moving into a house with stairs. So I've been doing a lot of stairs. But yeah, I'm about to drink my coffee and fill out my training plan for June, July, August. My biggest kiddo has 1 more week of school left next week. So we're gonna do last day of school. I'm volunteering, then we're gonna get, that's okay. It was snow day, so my last day on my calendar is Father's Day. We're gonna spend that weekend with a U-Haul, moving all of our belongings. I don't know. We'll see if I run too. That's probably a good way to kill my body, but it's fine. It's fine. Volunteering at our VBS program the whole next week. But my husband is on leave, so I will be able to have some flexibility with my schedule because he is there with the kids. And I volunteered with our church. They call it Wild Wonder. So it's a really cool program, and it's very outdoorsy and nature-based and whatever, as opposed to a regular VBS that I remember going to as a kid. But last year I volunteered, and I was with my son's group, which was the going into kindergarten and first grade group. That is not an age group I thrive with, y'all. It is just not. It is not. I used to teach horseback riding lessons, and I am a middle school age type of group person. I like that age. They're there to learn something sometimes, and they don't whine constantly over everything. Remind me that I said this when my kids are in middle school and they're still whining daily over everything. But in general, I found it was a much better age group that I meshed with better. Anyway, all that to say, this year, I was exhausted every day last year. It's only a half-day program. I was exhausted because it was just mentally draining, and I just wanted to curl up in a ball when it was all over and not exist until I had to do it the next day. This year, I volunteered my services to photograph things instead, because that is where my talents lie. I could never be a teacher. I cannot do it. It's not my calling in life. But I'm pretty good at taking pictures. So that's what I will be doing this year, which I think will be much less mentally taxing than where we were at. And then the next week we have a couple days at the beach, which we're in Western Washington. So we're just going down to Oregon, Cannon Beach area. Not a big deal. I'll do some runs while we're there. Super chill. And then we'll be done with leave and into the thick of living in our new house. The plan is to get a treadmill because I don't know when I'm gonna possibly run. So yeah, this will be done a lot on the treadmill, some outdoors. I don't know, it's already hot over here. Seattle area doesn't usually get hot. Didn't used to when I was growing up. But it's gonna be almost 90 here this weekend, which is just wild to me. So I guess I'm gonna put this up and then maybe start posting weekly training updates and I'm just spitballing here, guys. Post kind of what the goal was for each day and what I actually did. And for the next couple weeks, it may be hit or miss, but we're gonna try our best to get everything in, and we'll see. I think the next price increase for this is June 28th. So I'm going to kind of work my butt off for the next couple weeks and see where we're at. If it's feeling reasonable to try and hit a PR on this half, and go from there. Yes. Yeah, it should be fine. It should be fine. I don't know anything, but half marathon training. Let's go get a PR. First, I'm gonna eat a donut.